right. So, Brian, let's take a look at the big picture here with COVID-19. So, in the United States, we've had remarkable success. I mean, things seem to be going pretty well across the country with a lot of Americans receiving COVID vaccinations. But the rate of vaccinations has slowed significantly just in recent days and over the last few weeks. Nearly 1/3 of Americans remain hesitant about receiving a vaccine, according to the latest surveys. The Delta variant that was first identified in India is now in the United States. It appears to be more contagious, more serious than other variants. Some experts are even warning that COVID-19 cases could increase again in the United States. So what do you think all of this means for the US COVID vaccine market, particularly with Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and potentially Novavax?
I mean, I think the one thing investors really should be keeping their eyes on is breakthrough infections. So these are infections of people who have previously been vaccinated. And the three things you want to look at are which variants are causing it, and then obviously which vaccines the patients got are the ones that are going to be inferior for certain variants. And then most importantly is whether they're hospitalized. So I think if there's the hospitalizations go up in people that are vaccinated, people are going to be a lot more interested in getting the booster shots, which is obviously going to drive sales in the future years ahead. And so I think if people are getting sick but they're not getting hospitalized, then it's going to be a lot closer to the flu, where people who generally don't like getting sick are going to get their annual flu shot, but a lot of people don't bother to get their annual flu shot because the likelihood of them dying from the flu is fairly low.
Yeah, you hit on what I'm watching most closely. I'm not especially concerned, but I do think that this could potentially, this scenario that some of these experts are predicting anyway, that scenario could mean that we will get booster doses more often, sooner rather than later, and perhaps more frequently than annually even. I mean, it's possible that booster doses will be required on a more frequent basis than an annual basis. So it remains to be seen. But at least the data that I've seen thus far is that if you get 2 doses of the Pfizer shot or the Moderna shot, that you're fairly well protected against even the Delta variant, although the efficacy is lower than versus the original coronavirus strain.
Yeah, but again, I think it also goes back to how severe is the disease going to be. Once you're getting the breakthrough infection, are you just having flu-like symptoms, or are you actually having to go to the hospital? And so, if not very many people are having to go to the hospital, then I think that lowers the likelihood. And the other issue here is we just don't know how long the protection is going to last. Because we haven't been the people who have gotten even the earliest vaccines. The people haven't had it for that long, so we don't know how long the protection is going to last.
Yeah, and it's going to probably be, I would say, sometime early fall before we know if at least we'll know if protection has been provided for at least a year, because that's when some of the earliest participants in clinical studies will have gone 12 months. So we'll see.